We're almost there, folks. 60,000 subscribers. Did I even say that right? Can you say 60,000 I don't even know. But we're close, ladies and gentlemen. So do me a favor. Look down below. See if you're subscribed. You may not be and thought you were. So double check. Hit that notification bell. Let you know when all the new reactions drop. Among other things. We got some different type of videos coming to the channel soon. Anyway, I am pulling a video suggestion off of the Muppet Army server on Discord, which you can, if you want to check that out, you can click the link below this video. This is from Gaz Endo. Hello, Gaz. Good to see you. That's an interesting name. But he says, and I quote, "Hey, King Boomer, as you like having the piss taken out of you Americans, I thought you might enjoy this. Can't remember you reacting to Dylan Moran before, but he's a very funny Irish comedian. I think you will enjoy this." Well, thank you very much, Gaz. I do enjoy people taking the piss out of Americans, because Lord knows we need it from time to time. Maybe we need it often. But Dylan Moran, I think I've seen him be suggested before in some comments, so I think I've heard of him. But yes, this would be my first time reacting to Dylan Moran. Irish comedian. Kind of reminds me, maybe I should go do another Dave Allen reaction. I haven't done him in a while. But anyway, we're gonna, Gaz, I'm gonna stick to your suggestion for now. So thank you for your submission, and I hope you enjoy this reaction. So Dylan Moran, he's gonna take the piss out of my country, apparently. So that's always fun. Let's check him out. I'm curious. Here we go.
And then, you know, where else? This is the new world, you know, and the other part of the new world is America. People think that's got a lot of promise. Still, even though we're all a bit funny about Americans now, a bit, I think the reason that happened, all that bad feeling about America, is apart from everything that they've done. It's because American stupid people sound stupider than every other kind of stupid person. Some people are just thick, but you put up with them. But Americans are annoying when they're thick, because they say, well, you know, if they're talking about one of those terrible incidents that happen every other day in America, they say, well, you know, I was there, and the guy came in, and he had, like, a gun, you know, and he was, like, shooting, and everybody else was totally dead. And you just, it sounds a little divorced from reality somehow. So I think that's why there's this ill feeling about the place sometimes, because of everything the administration has done. You know, it's like the really bad flatmate of the world. Oh, sorry, did I break all your shit? I didn't know it was yours.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's such an American thing to say. Okay, yeah, he's been here a few times. You know, when you have comedians who are not American making fun of Americans, you can tell which ones who've actually been here quite a lot. And a statement like that, yes, he's hung out. He's not only been here, but hung out around a lot of Americans, everyday type Americans. So yeah, he right off the bat, just from that one, he knows what's what. That was funny as hell. Yeah, because that's a statement, like, you hear something like that, and, you know, oh, that was yours? I broke it? Oh, my bad, dude. You know, you'll hear that quite often.
I'll replace it sometime. With my stuff. And, because it's the only remaining empire, of course. You had an empire once. Britain had a great empire. And impressively commandeered and sequestered from the rest of the world. A great style. You just marched in and said, you and you, fuck off, we're having tiffin. And everybody sort of went, oh, right, I'm gonna be off now, that's fine. And it took centuries for people to go, hang on a minute, we live here. The American style is totally different, far more insidious. This empire is run on a totally different basis. What America does is it has a nosy in some place, some war-torn, fucked-up place, and that looks for oil or chocolate or whatever it wants. And all the indigenous people obviously get pissed off, and they begin to meet. They begin to foment. They ring each other up and say, you, Habuwa, let's meet and foment at 6 o'clock. In the local bombed-out cafe, they gather round and they say, what are we I'm doing a pan-global accent, okay? It saves time, because America gets around a lot of places. And this represents poverty. What? Hey, listen.
Why does that represent poverty? Hopscotching on one leg.
Hi. Haguga, listen. What are we going to do about the fucking imperialistic Yankee big dog, huh? What are we going to do? They come in here, they look around, they take our stuff. What are we going to... I'm talking to you. Put down the beans. Listen, what are we going to do?
Put down the beans.
It's kind of Al Pacino from China via Brooklyn. But the, And then what America does, while these people are talking, it very, very gradually builds a Starbucks around them. And then they all become
Oh, man. I love that. Am I one of the only people who hate Starbucks? I hate Starbucks. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but... I mean, just the thought of paying like $8 for one coffee makes me want to vomit. It really does. And, you know, because you can make your own at home for like, what, like 5 cents a cup? Or whatever it is. I hate Starbucks, so... And yeah, you know, Starbucks, McDonald's... What's another very American enterprise that you can park in somebody else's country? Burger King, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know. But you guys can come up with some better ones in the comments, I'm sure.
Addicted to latte and they lose the will to rebel. And then they turn into Americans. After a couple of weeks, the kind of people who come up to me and say, hi, I'm Irish. My grandmother was an O'Flaherty, did you know her?
Yeah. Yo, this dude gets, this dude gets, he's been around America, man. Oh my God. You know, like, I've said on the channel before, like, the majority of my blood is Italian and Irish. There's a little bit of English in there, too. But I don't tell people I'm Irish or Italian. Sometimes I say I'm Italian, but, like, you know, if people ask, like, you know, if you're at a party and you talk to each person there, like, well, what's your, well, what are you? Like, somebody says, oh, I'm Irish. Somebody else says, oh, I'm German. Somebody else says, oh, I'm Swedish. And it's like, when was the last time somebody in your family was Swedish? Really? Like 4 or 5 generations ago? That's, you know... At least among the white population of the United States, it's kind of like that. You know, I just tell people I'm American. Even when, you know, I get in a goofy conversation like that at a party, they're like, what are you? They're like, oh, I'm American. They go, I know, but, like, what are you? Well, you know, if you must know, you know, my blood is Irish, Italian, a little bit of English, but, you know, the last... time somebody actually came from over there and landed here and became an American was 1850. So, you know, I didn't even know anybody who spoke Italian in my immediate family.
I always say yes, I did. But then again, everybody did. Now that's a particular kind of American, obviously, the kind of Americans you see in Europe, who often, for some reason, seem to be very generously proportioned. And You see them in museums, blocking up the exhibits, going, what is this? Can we eat it? Where are we? Can we pee? And yet, when you go to America, you see that it's a very, very, because it's so competitive and everything, people are ultra fashionable and very thin, really. I think the Americans you see in Europe are all the ones who stay in their apartments, get food piped in, and then they're just shipped out to Europe. But the ones over there, you see these amazing looking people. They don't look real at all, these incredibly exiguous women. You know those people who look like they can't support the weight of their own teeth in their head? Stalking in and out of fashionable restaurants. I don't know what they do in there. Maybe they just rub pesto on their legs or something. And you know, they look like they weigh as much as a photograph of themselves. And very fashion conscious. But people have this idea that it's still the promised land. You know, somewhere like California, which everything is fruitful and abundant. But Arnold Schwarzenegger is the governor of California.
Wow, he hasn't been the governor of California for a long time, so this has got to be old. At least 15 years old. I can't remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger stopped being the governor of California, but wow, that was a while ago.
There's a perfectly ordinary English sentence. How did that happen? Do you know how that happened? Because I'll tell you. You know how he got into that position? He got there by lifting things. Now you and me, we avoid lifting things. It's unpleasant. Especially heavy things. Even a 5-year-old child knows this. They go, huh? No, fuck it, no. I'm going to put Lego up my arse. I'm not doing that, no. He took a different approach. He lifted the heavy, and you know, you lift something when you have to. Piano falls on Granny. You lift the piano. Because Granny has mixed feelings about the whole situation. Sunday lunch continues. He didn't do any of that. He went right over to the heavy thing and lifted it and put it back down and didn't move it anywhere. And then he lifted it again, hundreds of times.
I lift things up and I put them down.
And said to the people who had stopped to observe this aberrant behavior, look how good I am at lifting the heavy thing in my underpants. Now that sounds a little dim. But it was they who said, you're the man. You're the one we want to deal with immigration and water rates and taxes and all that kind of shit. Now, wait.
Yeah, California did do that.
What we need to know is, how bad was his predecessor at that job? You know, this must have been somebody who came to work covered in children's blood every morning.
It's California, so who knows? California. By the way, folks, California is not a good example of the United States. Okay, 1/4 of our people live there apparently, but it's going to be less sooner because 3 million people have left California in the last 2 years. I wonder why. Maybe it's because California's crazy. But yeah, this guy Dylan Moran, he's now in terms of, I was laughing more because he's absolutely right on him impersonating, you know, bland, dumb Americans. He's absolutely right on that front. And I can attest to that. So that part was very funny. Everything else, it was okay. But maybe I need to check out some more Dylan Moran, you know. It's just a first impression, but the stuff he said about the Americans was spot on that he had interacted with. And because of those, I can tell that he's actually been here and he's been in quite a few places. So, which I'm sorry for, you know. Sorry you met those Americans and couldn't get more intelligent conversation. But, you know, but I can tell that you've been here, Mr. Dylan Moran. There's some comedians who, you know, try to take the piss out of us, but you can tell they haven't been here that much. You know, they just, you know, because they really make fun of us when it comes to, you know, our country's politics and their policies and things like that. But you can tell they haven't actually like touched down on the ground here and been outside of like one city and actually talked to regular people. So that was a refreshing part of watching Dylan Moran. So I'll give it a thumbs up. I liked it. If you got better Dylan Moran suggestions, let me know. But thank you, Gaz Endo, for submitting that. That was I did really enjoy that. So thank you very much. Anyway, like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. I'm King Boomer, and be on the lookout for more videos. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified whenever I drop one. Peace out, everybody.